Hi, Lily. Hope you're doing well. There's something that I wanted to ask you. Do you have some time right now to talk?
Sure, my son is taking a nap, so I'm free for a bit. What did you want to talk about?
The thing is, some of my personal belongings have been disappearing lately, especially my shampoo. The weird thing is, it's not only the shampoo that I keep out in the bathroom, but also the ones I keep in stock. Entire bottles are missing.
Oh my goodness, they're disappearing. What in the world? Does that mean someone might be breaking in to steal the bottles?
You think so too? It's definitely strange. I think someone might be taking them. This is the third time actually that the bottles have gone missing. At first, I thought it was just me, but today, 4 entire bottles were missing. Something suspicious is definitely going on. Why would someone steal my shampoo?
By the way, the shampoo that you're using? It's the one you were telling us all about when we were having tea, right? The one that's a bit pricey.
Oh yeah, that one. Ever since I can remember, my hair is really brittle and my scalp is sensitive. Nothing I buy at the drugstore seems to work for me. It just makes my hair worse. That's why I started ordering a special shampoo online that's a bit more expensive. It takes quite a few days to arrive after ordering, and it definitely puts a dent in my wallet. That's why I've been feeling quite uneasy about what's been happening. I can't afford to keep buying bottles every time they go missing.
Wow, what a stressful situation. I hope you can find out what's going on. But why are you telling me about this? Please don't tell me you think I'm the one who stole the shampoos. I would never do such a thing.
No, don't worry. That's not why I contacted you. I just wanted to see if you saw or heard anything suspicious recently. I'm actually asking around to all my good mom friends that I trust.
Ah, I see. I'm glad you trust me then. I can't really think of anything in particular that seems suspicious as of late. Oh, but there's that one person. You know, the one who moved into the cheap old apartment building across the street? What was her name? Amy! Yeah, the divorcee. I couldn't believe she's still in her 30s. Her face is completely covered in wrinkles like an old lady. I heard that she already got caught by the police trying to sneak into someone's apartment before. She's very suspicious if you ask me. I would keep an eye on her.
Ah, Amy, yes. She cheated on her husband and got divorced, right? And she ended up broke and living hand to mouth? And out of revenge, she tried to sneak into her ex-husband's apartment. I know it's just a rumor, so I can't really be too sure if it's actually true or not, but I only know her name and face, that's all. We've never even had a proper conversation, and I haven't invited her over to my house before. How would she be able to steal the bottles?
You never know. She could have sneaked in when you weren't home. I mean, she has a criminal record. It's definitely possible. I'm sure there's probably even other victims in the area that haven't even realized she's been breaking in.
A burglar? Even if it was indeed a burglary, don't you think it's a bit strange that no money was stolen? It was just shampoo and little things here and there like some accessories. It just doesn't make much sense.
We can never know how the mind of a burglar works, dear. For example, maybe they didn't steal money to make sure it wasn't obvious that they were stealing things. They probably thought it wouldn't be a big deal if they stole something like shampoo. I really don't know, honestly. All I can say is that Amy woman is really suspicious. I'd be careful if I were you.
I guess it might be a good idea to report this to the police. What do you think?
What? The police? Why would you involve the police?
Yeah, the police. Sure, the things that were stolen weren't what one would call valuable, but it just makes me feel very uncomfortable that someone is stealing things from my house. And since the shampoo is a bit expensive, I'm sure it will be reasonable enough for me to report this to the police. I was talking about this with my husband, and he also thinks we should get the police involved. We might even be able to get some fingerprints identified to figure out who the burglar is.
Are you sure you want to make such a big deal out of this? Getting the police involved doesn't seem like a good idea. Things will just get out of hand.
Why would you say that?
If you call the police, don't you think it would start some rumors around the neighborhood? People would start talking about this and that, about the crime and who got arrested. Think about the kids at the kindergarten. Don't you think it would put them in a difficult position if rumors started going around? We should just try to resolve this issue on the low. Getting the police involved will just make things worse.
Are you sure about that?
Yes, absolutely positive. Don't talk to the police. For now, why don't you try talking to the other moms? They might have some good information. I'll do what I can to help you too. Let me know if you ever need anything.
Okay, thanks. I really appreciate your help, Lily. We'll talk to you again soon. Hey, Zach. I hope you're having a good day at work. I wanted to update you about the shampoo situation. I was just talking with the other moms from the kindergarten, just the ones that I'm close to.
Oh, really? How was it? Did you find any possible culprits?
Yeah, I guess so. I think the most suspicious person was Lily. Our conversation felt kind of off. She was definitely acting strange. Not to mention every time she comes over, she keeps going to the bathroom an unusual amount of times. And she's always carrying around a big bag. She never puts it down either. I think it would be possible for her to take the shampoo during her toilet visits without much trouble. But I don't want to accuse her of stealing without any evidence.
Then maybe we should just let the police handle things from now on forward. It's 7 bottles missing now. That's definitely criminal behavior. The shampoo was really expensive. I'm sure you've lost a few $100s by now. Even if Lily isn't the culprit, it's still worth starting an actual investigation. I think we should make an official report.
I really do agree with you. But if it really was Lily who was stealing and she ended up getting arrested, I'd hate for her child to have to go through something like that.
I can see your point. The kid might get picked on at school if everyone found out about Lily. Things like that can traumatize a kid.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want to deal with this one on my own first. If it doesn't work out, I'll go to the police as a last resort.
Okay, let's see what we can do. If you have an empty shampoo bottle, can you give it to me? I have a plan that might just work. I'm gonna put something in the bottle and put it where you usually keep all the stock. I want you to just leave it there for the time being.
Sure, but what are you planning on doing exactly?
I'm thinking of creating a trap to catch the culprit. A little something that will reveal who's been stealing the bottles. I'll explain everything in detail once I get home. For now, do you think you could just let me start setting everything up?
Okay then. I'll leave it up to you for now. Thanks for your help, Zach.
Hey, Diane! What the heck is going on? Why is my hair like this?
Well, well. So it was you after all. You were the one who was stealing my shampoo, huh?
What's going on? Why is this happening?
Please, you think I would just let you keep getting away with this? It's not shampoo. It's my husband's hair removal cream.
What? Hair removal cream? Why is there hair removal cream in a shampoo bottle?
My husband uses it to get rid of unwanted hair. He put it in an empty shampoo bottle and kept it in the stock area. He thought that we'd be able to find out who's been stealing the shampoo this way. What a great idea, don't you think? Genius, really.
I can't believe you. Why would you do something so horrible? Do you have no heart?
That's my line. Why would you keep stealing my shampoo? Even after telling you I was looking for the culprit. I can't believe you had the audacity to try and steal 3 bottles after we talked about this. Did you really think you could get away with this?
Shut up already. You're the one to blame here, not me. Acting all high and mighty just because you buy luxury shampoo. You didn't have to brag about it to my face, you know. You were looking down on me for not having enough money to spend on nice beauty products. I hate that about you. You kept getting on my nerves, and that's why I decided to steal the shampoo. Since you live such a comfortable lifestyle, I'm sure it doesn't bother you at all if 2 or 3 bottles went missing. What's the big deal? I don't understand why you're getting all worked up over this. I'm sure you have enough money to buy new shampoo. And you had to go as far as planning this stupid little trap. You must have a lot of time to waste or something.
First of all, I wasn't bragging to your face at all. I just wanted to recommend it since it helped me a lot with my hair. I thought it was good information to share with you. And just so you know, it's not like we're rich either, okay? Honestly, I would like to use a cheaper shampoo instead. It's just that if I don't use the shampoo, my hair's condition really does get worse, and my dandruff gets worse too. I have to cut back on other expenses so I can use this shampoo. You said 2 or 3 bottles wouldn't hurt, but even losing 1 bottle does pretty big damage to my finances.
Wow, boy, do I wish I could have the same worries as you. That's why I hate rich people. You would never understand what I have to go through.
Like I said, we're not rich. I don't know where you're getting these ideas. Are you even listening to anything I'm saying? Do you even have a brain? Please use it.
I have a brain, obviously. Rude. More importantly, what are you going to do about my hair? My hair is falling out. How am I supposed to leave the house like this? I look like a mess.
You want me to do something about this? You're the one who stole the shampoo and used hair removal cream at your own discretion. That has nothing to do with me. You take the responsibility for your decisions.
This is all your fault, though. Replacing shampoo for hair removal cream. What were you thinking? How am I supposed to maintain my good image without my hair? This is a crime, I'm telling you. I'm going to sue you for at least $100,000.
Huh? Do you have no shame for your actions? Do you seriously not recognize your crime here? I gave the shampoo bottle to my husband, and he put hair removal cream in the bottle. What's the crime in that? We did nothing wrong. It's our bottle to begin with, and it was in our house. You were the one who made the mistake of thinking it was shampoo and stealing it. You decided to commit the crime, and now you're paying for it.
No, you're the only one in the wrong here. I did nothing wrong here. You're going to pay for this.
Okay, whatever you say. You think that threatening me and trying to intimidate me is going to help you somehow? You're only making things worse for yourself here. I thought that if you were honest and just apologized, we could just figure this out between the two of us. But if you're going to act like this, I have no choice but to get the police involved. I'm going to report you.
You're going to report me? What? No, I didn't do anything.
Yes, I'm going to report you. Let's see who's in the wrong, me or you. We'll let the law decide. I'm not going to try and settle this issue with you on my own anymore. And once you get arrested, you won't be able to see your child for the time being. I hope you're ready for what comes next. Prepare yourself.
Let's just calm down now. Just wait, don't do anything rash.
Having to see your mom arrested by the police? I feel so sad for your child. Did you even think about them while you committed the crime? They're gonna have to go through a hard time now because of you. Who knows what'll happen at school? I thought I could try making sure your child doesn't have to take the brunt of your actions by keeping this all a secret, but I can't really do anything to help when you're acting like this. You don't even show a single hint of remorse. I'm gonna go to the police tomorrow.
Wait, stop. Don't do this. Please, just hold on.
What, do you have anything left to say?
Not the police. Anything but the police. I'll do anything. My child has nothing to do with this situation. Going to the police will affect my whole family.
I understand that your child has nothing to do with this, but I have no choice at this point. It really pains my heart to know that I can't save your child from this. I really wanted to keep him out of this. The way the world will look at him when you get arrested, and he won't be able to see you in the same way ever again.
Please, no. I am so sorry. I really regret my actions. I will return everything I stole, and I'll pay you back every single penny for everything I already used. I'll go apologize to you in person as well. So please just don't go to the police. I'll never do something like this ever again.
Can I trust your word this time?
I promise. I'll do everything I said I would do.
Okay then, tomorrow night. Please come when my husband is home. And you'll be coming with your husband as well, right? If not, you know what'll happen, right?
Yes, I understand. Don't worry, I'll keep my word.
The night after, Lily kept her promise and came over to her house with her husband. They both were pretty much on their knees, apologizing profusely for what happened. From Lily, I received the money for the shampoo she used, compensation money, and the remaining unused bottles. On top of that, she also returned some accessories and other little things she'd stolen. We then talked about how we would proceed with things going forward. For starters, I banned Lily from coming over to our home. We agreed to keep a peaceful relationship since our kids were close to one another. We didn't want the situation to ruin their friendship. But I warned her that I would immediately call the police if something like this happened again. Because Lily's hair fell out, she started wearing a wig when she went out. It seems like it'll be quite a long time before her hair grows back. We're not close anymore and I keep my distance, but our kids still play together since they shouldn't have to pay the price for Lily's mistake. I told the other moms that the shampoo incident was just a big misunderstanding, but it looks like everyone feels off about Lily ever since the incident. Lily has to now deal with feeling left out with everyone avoiding her. But that's what she gets for stealing someone's stuff behind their back, right? I also have reflected on my own actions and realized I've been a bit too naive. I've decided to lock up all my valuables and choose who I invite into my house carefully. I suppose we've both learned a good lesson, but I'm glad I kept my hair. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content.
Hello, Emily. Are you doing well? Are you all unpacked and settled in now?
Hi, Grandma. Yeah, I'm doing good. We got out most of our things, but there's still cardboard boxes everywhere. I haven't unpacked my stuffed animals yet either. It's a mess. I've been trying to help, but it's like it never ends.
I see. Well, that's normal. It takes a while after you've moved in to unpack and clean up all the boxes. Are your parents getting along well, too?
Definitely. Though Daddy said his back's been hurting, so I'm a little worried about him.
Oh my, that poor thing.
Yeah, apparently he pulled something in his back while we were moving. Adults have it rough, don't they? He gets hurt a lot from bending down and stuff, but I can do all that just fine. I've never gotten hurt like that.
Indeed, he's not as young as he used to be. Your body gets temperamental the older you get. I've strained my own back a good number of times myself. You should enjoy your youth while you can. Now, how's New York been for you all? You've been going to your new school, right? What's that been like?
Yeah, I have been. It's been pretty okay. I've already made some new friends. They're really nice to me.
Oh my, that's wonderful news. I'm sure you can rely on them if you're struggling with anything.
They even showed me around the school and helped me catch up in my classes. And guess what? My school's really amazing. The student population is like 3 times bigger than my old school back home.
As expected of one of the big cities. There's more children over there than in the countryside, I see.
Yeah, and because of that, the school's really big too. Also, everyone was saying that New York was still going to be pretty cold, but it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not snowing at all right now, though.
Oh, how lucky. You won't have to be shoveling snow then.
Oh, is it already snowing where you are?
Oh, indeed, it's practically a blizzard out here. The news reported that there's been a record-breaking amount of snowfall this year. It's quite a mess. I don't look forward to having it all shoveled up off the driveway. It's a good thing you're in New York instead. Otherwise, you'd be having to deal with it too. Don't you like it being warmer?
I guess, but I still want to go back home to Alaska. I didn't mind the cold that much. I made new friends here, but I still care about my old friends. I want to go back and see them. And people say that New York gets really gross and humid in the summer, right? I'm not looking forward to that. I'm not good with the heat.
I understand. Alaska hardly ever gets that hot. We do have our warmer days, but they're gone in a flash.
What? So does that mean New York's hotter for longer? Oh man, that sucks.
But look on the bright side. I'm certain it's a lot of fun living in New York. Many young girls such as yourself can only dream of living there. Enjoy the big city life. You have easy access to public transit and plenty of stores to poke around in. There's much more for you there than over here.
Yeah, you're right. New York is amazing. I find it super fashionable. There's a ton of kids at my school who look like they could be models. And there are some who actually are models too.
Oh my! So even the children in New York are fashionable, I see. It truly is a different world. Why, if you walk around the city, perhaps even you'll be scouted for a modeling job yourself. That would be something.
Maybe. Also, not only that, but everyone's moms are super pretty too. There's a lot of kids who live in apartments instead of houses, but there's tons of really tall apartment complexes all over the city. They call them high-rises. I always thought I'd hate to live in an apartment, but if it's one of those, then I don't think it'd be too bad. I bet all the people in cars look like little toys to them. They looked that way to me when I was looking out the window on the plane. Oh, but how do you get the groceries up all those stairs? I guess they have elevators, right?
Oh my! I've only seen those high-rises on television before. People really do live in them then.
Yeah, there weren't really any back home, were there?
I'm certain there may have been some. But there's definitely less here compared to New York. I certainly haven't seen one in person before.
Oh, and when I'm walking around the state, I see nothing but really fancy and fashionable-looking people. I was so surprised the first time I took a walk. In Alaska, everyone's always bundled up in big puffy jackets or wearing old sweaters and stuff. They still wear jackets here, but they're all big brand names and stuff. Mommy saw that and started talking about how she also had to make herself pretty. So she went to buy herself some clothes. She said she doesn't have anything to wear for any school events, and she wants to look good in front of the other moms.
My, I wonder if your mother is going to become a true New Yorker then. Watch out, she may become even prettier than she already is.
Yeah, if she gets super duper pretty, Daddy might fall in love with her all over again. He'll get all hard eyes for her, like in the princess movies.
Perhaps. But I'm truly so glad to hear that everyone's doing well. I was worried. This is the first time for everyone to be living in the lower 48. It must be difficult to adapt to such a drastic change. I'm sure you'll run into a great many hurdles, but you're a family. You should have each other's backs and work together to overcome them. Help out your parents where you can too, Emily.
Yep, I will. Visit us in New York sometime. I miss you. It's not as big as our old one, but I want to show you our new house and all the cool places around here too. Hopefully all the cardboard boxes will be gone by then.
Oh, I'd love to. I'm looking forward to it. Don't forget to introduce me to your new friends then, too. I'd love to meet them. Give your parents my best regards.
Got it. Bye-bye, Grandma. I'll talk to you later.
Emily, are you still awake?
Oh, hi, Grandma, I am.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you about to head off to bed then? I do understand it's a little late.
No, it's okay. I'm awake. It's only 8 p.m. I'm not a kindergartner anymore.
I see. Well, I suppose I'm glad to know I'm not bothering you. I was just going about my day, but I couldn't help but worry about how you all are doing. Before I knew it, I was already sending you a message over WhatsApp. You haven't contacted me in a while. Have you all been busy?
Not really. It's been same old, I think.
I see. That's good. When you're older, you appreciate the more normal days in life. Being so busy every day isn't good for your heart. How about school? Are you having fun?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, and I heard New York's gotten its first snowfall this year. I saw it on the news. They said it's especially heavy this time. Will they be canceling school? I know they do that in some of the lower states. I even heard they had to divert some of the bus routes.
but it melted away really soon. Snow doesn't always stick around for as long as it does back home. Anyway, are you doing okay, Grandma?
Yes, I'm fine as ever.
How's Alaska right now?
I suppose it's the same as always. It's very cold with plenty of snow. I spend much of my time bundled up indoors with a cup of tea playing a good movie on the television.
Yeah, that does sound like Alaska, all right.
Indeed. Have you gotten acclimated to your life in New York? What are your mom and dad doing now?
They seem like they're really busy.
Oh my, really? Even busier than they were back home?
Yeah, they aren't home very often anymore.
Does that mean they often leave you all alone to take care of the house? My, where has the time gone? You're such a big girl now.
Yeah, I watch the house when they're gone, and I go to school by myself too. But watching the house is no biggie. It's totally a piece of cake. I'm gonna be a middle schooler next year too. Of course I'm a big kid.
They always grow up so fast. I still remember when you were just a tiny baby. Time certainly flies. When fall comes around, I'll be sure to send you a congratulatory gift. Entering middle school is a big deal. So, if there's something you'd like, please tell me.
Got it. I'll think about it.
Oh, once you're in middle school, there'll be plenty of clubs for you to join. Do you have any that interest you? I was in the conservation club where we went around the town picking up trash and preparing presentations to demonstrate the importance of keeping the environment clean.
I'm not sure. I haven't really looked into the kinds of clubs they'll have at my new middle school. I guess I'll find out once I'm there.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to figure it out. Don't worry about it for now.
Yeah.
Hey, Emily, what's the matter?
What do you mean? Why are you asking?
It's just you don't seem to be as cheerful as you usually are. You normally talk to me about all kinds of things, but you don't seem as enthusiastic. Your responses are much shorter than they usually are. By any chance, are you sleepy? I'm sorry for keeping you up.
No, it's not that. I'm not sleepy. Hey, Grandma, can you come here, please?
In New York?
Yeah. I really miss you, and I want to spend time with you again like we used to. We're so far away now. Maybe you could stay here for a week or two. It'd be great if it could be even longer. I want you to be here as long as you can.
Oh, you really do miss your grandma, don't you?
Yeah, we couldn't spend Christmas together. We usually see each other for the holidays every year, but we didn't get to this time. To tell you the truth, I really wish we could have gone back to Alaska to visit.
It's so unfortunate that your mother caught a cold and couldn't go. That couldn't be helped, it happens. It wouldn't have been good to leave your mother behind. She's a part of the family. Don't fret, we'll have plenty more chances to spend the holidays together in the future.
Actually, Grandma, I have something I want to talk to you about. It's important.
What is it? You sound serious. Hello, Trina. Sorry I haven't been contacting you for so long. How have you been? This is Poppy, by the way. Oh, my. Hello, Poppy. I didn't expect a message from you. It's certainly been a while. I've been doing fine. How about you? Yep, I'm doing great, too. How about that, Emily? What happened? Oh, her? She fell asleep while she was texting you. Oh, dear. It seems she was sleepy after all. The poor thing. She didn't have to force herself to stay up just for my sake. Yes, it seems she's tuckered out from all the after-school activities she does. She didn't tell me anything about those. Indeed, she's taking piano lessons, swimming classes, ballet, and Spanish lessons. Wow, so many. That means she has something to do every day, I'm sure she never has the chance to be bored. Yes, she goes to her lessons 5 days a week. Oh my, so it really is almost every day. Isn't that a little much for her? She's still a young child.
So, it's normal for kids in New York to do about this much.
Dear me, New York kids seem to have it rough. I'm sure you must also find it heavy on your wallets.
I suppose, but that's why my husband and I are both working. She might have had a late start compared to the others, but I want to give our kid a good education. We're living in New York after all. We want to take advantage of all the opportunities they offer here.
New York and Alaska truly are different, aren't they? It's hard to believe they're both from the same country.
Indeed, they're two totally different worlds. When I first started living here, I was astonished at the differences between the two places. The buildings were so different, as well as the people who lived here.
Yes, I heard you two were living close to the heart of the city. You truly are city dwellers now.
That's right, we've gotten completely used to it here. We've successfully assimilated and now we're indistinguishable from any other New Yorker you might run across here.
How wonderful. I'd love to visit you all soon. Even Emily asked me to. But New York truly is a long ways away from Alaska. It's not as easy as I'd like it to be.
If only we'd gone to Anchorage or something instead, huh? It would have been easier for you to visit that way.
Indeed. I live out in the sticks.
I'm terribly sorry. I'll make sure we can come and visit for the holidays next year.
I'm looking forward to it. Tell that son of mine that I said hi, won't you? That boy. He hasn't messaged me even once since moving there.
Yes, he's been very busy working. I'll be sure to tell him for you. I'm certain it'll make him happy.
My word, what's the matter, Emily? You sent me a SOS message. Did something happen? Are you in trouble?
Grandma, please help us. Dad collapsed. Oh my God, I don't know what to do.
He did? What happened? I'll call you right now. Tell me everything over the phone.
No, I'm sorry. I can't call right now. I'm not even supposed to be messaging you at all. I had to do this in secret. If I call you, Mommy's gonna find out what I've been doing.
What do you need to be so secretive for?
Mommy confiscated my phone. I'm not supposed to have it right now. She took it because my grades weren't as good as last time. But I only scored 2 points lower than before. I went from 100 to a 98. That's still an A.
Emily, I have a lot of questions I want to ask you. But could you tell me more about your dad right now? How is he? Why did he collapse?
It's because he's been overworking himself. He pushed himself too far and he finally collapsed. At this rate, he might never be able to move again.
That's how horrible his physical condition is right now.
Well, if we get him to the hospital, he should be all right. But once they let him go back home, I think he's going to collapse again. I don't want that to happen. He might really die next time.
There's no need to worry. He'll be all better once he gets plenty of rest. He may have to take some time off work to do that, but you'll be okay.
He can't. That's the problem. He'll come back home only to have to work a ton all over again. And it's all Mommy's fault.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
The reason Daddy has to work so hard is because of Mommy. She just won't stop spending money.
Was she always the reckless spending type of person? I don't recall your dad mentioning anything like that.
She wasn't. If anything, she liked to save as much money as she could. I used to help her sort out her coupons, but ever since we moved to New York, she hasn't been the same. It's like being in the city has made her crazy. She wears flashy and loud clothing with bold makeup, and her personality has gotten scarier. And she puts me in classes for things I don't even want to learn about.
You didn't want to take those lessons.
I didn't, and I still don't. I don't want to do them anymore. As soon as school ends, I have to learn even more every single day. I made friends, but what's the point if I can't hang out with any of them? I have no time to myself. I can never do what I want. I have even less freedom now than I did back in Alaska.
I had no idea.
And yet, even though she makes me do all these things I don't want to do, Mommy gets to do whatever she wants, no matter what anyone says. Our house is filled to the brim with the brand name goods Mommy keeps buying. And she almost never cooks or cleans anymore. I have no time to myself. I can never do what I want. I have even less freedom now than I did back in Alaska. And yet, even though she makes me do all these things I don't want to do, Mommy gets to do whatever she wants, no matter what anyone says. Our house is filled to the brim with the brand name goods Mommy keeps buying.
What about food? If she doesn't cook, then how are you eating?
We get prepackaged food from the supermarket or the convenience store. Sometimes we splurge and get food delivery. I'm sick of it. I can't keep living like this. I want to go back to Alaska. I hate Mommy. I hate her for doing this to us.
I see. I'm shocked. Your mom hasn't contacted me at all about the fact your dad's collapsed. I wonder what's going on in that head of hers. Shouldn't that be something she'd contact me immediately about?
I think she hasn't contacted you because she's been wanting to avoid you.
Huh? Why?
Mommy was making fun of you for being a country bumpkin. She's one to talk. Just 1 year ago, she was a country bumpkin too. We all were. But now she thinks she's too good for everyone. So she was saying how she wanted to stay away from all country bumpkins from now on.
Is that so? Now, about how your father collapsed. Was he really working that hard?
That's right. He had no choice. He didn't want to become homeless. But no matter what we said, Mommy wouldn't listen and kept spending all our money like she thought it grows from trees. Because of that, Daddy goes to his regular company job during the day and has his part-time job to do at night.
Wait, so he's working all day and all night?
Yeah, even I don't know when he sleeps. Ever since we moved here, he's lost a lot of weight. He's practically a skeleton compared to how he used to be, all skin and bones. Mommy sees what she's doing to him, but she doesn't care. She keeps spending money like nothing's wrong.
I believe I finally understood the situation. Thank you for contacting me.
Grandma, will you come save us?
Of course I will. I'll do it for the sake of my precious grandchild and my son. You're both very important to me. Of course I'll help you when you need it. Poppy, I need you to divorce my son at once.
What's this all of a sudden, Trina? I'm busy. Do you need something?
I can't continue to entrust you with my son's well-being. You're no good for him. He's lost so much weight over the past year. I've never seen him so thin before. He looks almost nothing like the strong, healthy boy I raised to adulthood. He must have been suffering so much.
What are you talking about?
Poppy, I'm in New York right now. I fully understand what kind of life you've been living here this past year. You're broke right now, aren't you?
Huh? Why are you here?
Emily sent me a message over WhatsApp asking for help, so of course I flew over here at once.
There has to be some kind of mistake. There's no way that's possible.
Why are you saying that with such certainty? Oh, right. Is it because you'd confiscated her phone?
Why do you know that?
Emily told me as much herself, that she managed to find out where you've been hiding her phone, and she messaged me in secret. I left Alaska as quickly as I could and headed straight for the hospital where my son was staying. That's where I heard it all from him.
Okay, so how does that all lead to you telling me to divorce him?
Ever since you all moved to New York, I've heard you've been spending well beyond your means. You buy every brand name product you can buy and stop by beauty salons. And you eat out with your mom friends every single day, don't you?
I go because they invite me. I'd look bad if I refused.
And in order to indulge in every possible luxury instead of refraining like any normal person would, you work my son half to death so that you could afford it all. You haven't been treating Emily very well either. You've become an unforgivingly strict mother to her. In order for you to have a good time, you chose to sacrifice the well-being of your entire family. Shame on you.
No, that's wrong. The reason why I was so harsh to her was because I was teaching her discipline.
What discipline? You had no trouble tormenting my family to get what you wanted. Perhaps you never should have moved to New York in the first place. It's truly changed you, and it's not for the better. Did the city life corrupt you? It seems to have been a negative influence on you.
I simply worked hard to adapt myself to the life here. That's all. If I don't act like everyone else, I'll be left behind. It's a dog-eat-dog kind of world. I'm just doing what my other mom friends do. What's so wrong about that?
Those mom friends of yours are much wealthier than you are. You should know better. If you try to follow in their footsteps with your income, of course you'll find yourself bankrupt. You can't afford that kind of lifestyle. Please stop trying to be a show-off.
Country bumpkins should know their place and shut up. City dwellers have their own way of living and you'll never understand.
Is that right? Then if you think of yourself as one of them now, how about you stay here by yourself? Your husband and Emily plan to come back home to Alaska.
What? They're going to willingly move just to live in the sticks again?
Who could blame them? They're both thoroughly exhausted. They don't want to be here anymore.
Well, of course it's tiring at first, but even they'll get used to the city life soon enough.
That's not the problem. The city life isn't what's exhausting them. It's you. Emily is extremely disappointed with you right now.
What are you talking about? There's no way they'd want to leave me. They're my family. Family wouldn't abandon one of their own. And besides, we're building a happy and comfortable life together here.
Aren't you the only one who thinks that? Your husband is bawling his eyes out, saying he can't continue living with you anymore, that he's at his limit, and that he'll be taking Emily back to Alaska.
No way! Why?
They asked you over and over again to refrain from spending beyond your means, but you'd refuse. And if they complained even a little bit, you'd go into hysterics and scream at them. They said just being together with you was stressful.
That has to be a lie. You're trying to deceive me, aren't you?
If you don't believe me, you'll realize that what I've said is the truth soon enough. Once your husband is released from the hospital, you'll be receiving the divorce papers from him.
Don't force my family to go back to the boonies.
Those boonies were where you were birthed and raised, you know. That's something you can never change. But if you're determined to try and separate yourself from your roots, then you don't ever have to come back. Just stay where you are forever.
I haven't done anything wrong. Why are you treating me like this? Why do you keep blaming me and making me look bad? I just wanted to fit in with the other people in the city.
No, all you were doing was spending well beyond your means in order to show off. It doesn't matter whether you're in the city or not. You need to spend your money while taking your finances into consideration. That's how most well-adjusted people would live their lives. They wouldn't go out of budget if they don't have the means to.
Of course you wouldn't understand. You're nothing but a country bumpkin. What would a backwards old hag like you know?
This is Emily now. I had Grandma give me the phone. Stop saying mean things and making fun of her. Daddy and I are going back to Alaska. Deal with it. Because I hate you. I never want to see you again.
Emily, you plan to disobey me.
That's right. Go and do what you want from now on. I don't care about you anymore. Daddy and I are at our limit. We can't keep staying together with you. Goodbye. I hope you get what's coming to you.
Well, that's what she said. Now, do you believe me? She says she doesn't need a mother in her life anymore.
All I did was work hard in order to fit into the city life. Why do I have to be thrown out like this? What did I do wrong?
It seems you worked hard at the wrong thing. You've lost your way in life. You didn't work hard at anything. You were just trying to force the impossible to happen. You sacrificed your family's happiness in order to make yourself look better. Of course they'd throw you away. They don't need someone who causes them nothing but misery. No matter how many brand name clothes you adorn yourself with, it won't hide how empty you are. After that, my son took Emily back to Alaska and successfully divorced Poppy. The two of them began living with me at my house in order to let my son recuperate from his incident. It wasn't long before the two of them regained their bright spirit. They were almost back to normal, like all of this had just been a horrible nightmare. They often talk about how glad they are to have come back home. On the other hand, Poppy stubbornly stayed behind in New York. But she couldn't afford the high rent there, so in the end she had to return back to her country bumpkin hometown. I'm sure she finally came back to her senses then, like a nasty spell had broken. She returned to being the simple and more modest wife she used to be. But she could never regain the family she lost by her foolishness. A new environment can certainly change a person, for better or worse. Changing isn't necessarily a bad thing. We all need to grow as people. And the person you are now will certainly be different than who you'll be a decade from now. But not everyone you love will follow you through those changes. There are limits to their love. If you change thoroughly for the worse, don't be surprised when you look back and see no one there.
Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, be sure to hit the like and subscribe to see more content just like this.